Survived being shot 10 times as a warning now for other women tonight.
Her ex-boyfriend kidnapped her, shot her, then drove her through multiple counties. And now she hopes she can inspire women to leave abusive relationships. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live at DeKalb County Police headquarters in Tucker tonight. And Audrey, this survivor told you the ordeal went on for hours.
She picked him up just to talk. 2 hours later, she was begging him to let her die on grass instead of bleeding out in his car. Have you ever given someone a second chance they didn't deserve? Checked on an ex because you thought they were struggling? Told yourself maybe they just need someone to believe in them? Shamay Pitt did exactly that. And on November the 2nd, 2024, it almost killed her. I seen the inside of me on the outside. That's how Shamay described what happened to her body that Sunday afternoon in DeKalb County, Georgia. Not the pain, not the fear. The visual seeing her own insides exposed after being shot 10 times with an AR rifle. If you've ever ignored a red flag or convinced yourself someone would change, you need to hear this. Because next time, the person who needs this story might be you or someone sitting right next to you. Don't scroll past this. Hit that subscribe button because the story that saves your life might be the one you almost skipped. Now let me tell you who Shamay Pitt was before November 2nd. She wasn't some statistic waiting to happen. She wasn't reckless or naive. She was extraordinary. 23 years old, graduated high school at 16 with a 3.8 GPA while most kids her age were still figuring out how to pass algebra. She didn't stop there. She built herself up, worked as a lounge manager, started a modeling career, volunteered at homeless shelters and food banks across Atlanta. But more than anything, she was a mother. Her 4-year-old son was autistic, and he was her entire world. Every decision she made, every job she worked, every dream she chased, it was all for him. He really is my reason, she'd say later, lying in a hospital bed, trying to remember why she fought so hard to stay alive. People loved Shamay, not because she was perfect, but because she genuinely cared. Friends described her as the girl with the biggest heart, the one who'd check on you even when you didn't deserve it, the one who wanted to see the good in people, even when everyone else had given up on them. You know someone like that, don't you? Maybe you are someone like that, the giver, the fixer, the one who stays a little too long, forgives a little too easily, believes a little too deeply that love can change someone. Shamay believed that too. And in early 2024, she met someone who would twist that belief into a weapon. Welcome to Unseen True Crime Stories, where the darkest secrets and untold cases come to light. Consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell. That way, you won't miss our next true crime story. His name was Joshua Woodruff, 25 years old, criminal record, fresh out of jail. They started dating sometime in early 2024. At first, things seemed normal, maybe even good. You know how it goes, flowers, compliments, late-night conversations that make you feel seen. But then something shifted. The sweetness curdled. The attention became obsession. The love turned into control. By June, Shamay knew she had to leave. So she did. She walked away, ended it. But here's where kindness became her curse. Even after leaving him, even after he got locked up again, Shamay still checked on him. Still asked if he was okay. Because that's who she was, a woman who couldn't stand the thought of anyone suffering, even someone who'd hurt her. When Joshua got out of jail, she showed concern, compassion. Big mistake. Because the moment he realized Shamay had truly moved on, that she wasn't coming back, that she'd built a life without him, he snapped. The calls started coming. One number, then another, then another. 50 different phone numbers. 50. Imagine your phone buzzing every hour. Different area codes, blocked numbers, numbers you don't recognize. And every time you answer, it's the same voice, the same desperation, the same refusal to accept that it's over. If you think this doesn't apply to you, if you think you'd see this coming, go ahead and skip the subscribe button. But when someone you know starts getting calls from random numbers, when they say, he's just going through something, you'll wish you paid attention. Drop a comment and tell me why you're willing to gamble with that. Shamay just wanted peace, closure, one final conversation to end things properly. So when Joshua asked to meet up on Sunday, November the 2nd, just to talk, she said yes. She thought they'd sit in the car, maybe talk for 20 minutes. Maybe find some kind of understanding. She had no idea she was driving herself to her own execution. It was a Sunday. Shamay pulled up to pick Joshua up somewhere off Snapfinger Road in DeKalb County. He got in. They started talking, or trying to. Then his whole energy changed. She didn't see it coming. Not really. Maybe she felt it, that shift in the air, that tightness in her chest that screamed something's wrong. But by then, it was too late. He steps back. He steps forward, and he starts shooting me. That's how Shamay described it later, her voice still shaking. Her ears rang so loud she couldn't process what was happening at first. Then the pain hit, sharp, burning, everywhere. He wasn't using a regular handgun. He had an AR rifle, modified with a switch to make it fully automatic, loaded with 7.62 caliber rounds, the kind designed to tear through body armor, let alone human flesh. And he fired, again, and again, and again, 10 times. 10 bullets ripped through Shamay's body, shattered bones, punctured organs, left her gasping for air that wouldn't come. And then, while she was still bleeding, still conscious, still alive, he moved her to the passenger seat, got behind the wheel, and started driving. Shamay thought about her son in what she believed were her final moments. If you have someone you'd fight to get back to, if you have a reason to survive, you need to hear how this ends. Subscribe, because one day you might need to remember what Shamay did next. For 2 hours, Joshua Woodruff drove Shamay Pitt around Metro Atlanta while she bled out in his passenger seat. He threw her phones out the window so she couldn't call for help. He made calls trying to figure out where to dump her body. At some point, somewhere on the highway between DeKalb and Douglas County, Shamay tried to jump out, tried to throw herself onto the asphalt at 60 miles per hour because anything was better than dying in that car with him. She couldn't. Too many broken bones, too much pain. He kept driving, kept threatening. "I'm going to shoot you in the head. I'm going to finish this." And Shamay, she begged, "Just lay me on the grass so I can breathe. I don't want to die in this car." She asked him to let her write one last letter to her son. Let that sit for a second. A 23-year-old woman shot 10 times, bones shattered, bleeding out, using what she thought were her final breath to ask for a pen and paper so her baby boy would know his mama loved him. 30 miles. DeKalb County to Douglasville. 2 hours of hell. And then, something nobody expected happened. Joshua Woodruff pulled into the parking lot of Wellstar Douglas Hospital, and he just stopped. But if you think the system protected Shamay after this, think again. Hit that subscribe button, because knowing how broken this system is might be the only thing standing between you and becoming the next headline.
Survived being shot 10 times as a warning now for other women tonight.
Her ex-boyfriend kidnapped her, shot her, then drove her through multiple counties. And now she hopes she can inspire women to leave abusive relationships. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live at DeKalb County Police Headquarters in Tucker tonight. And Audrey, this survivor told you the ordeal went on for hours.
Right, she told me her ex-boyfriend drove her around for hours while she sat in the passenger seat of her car, bleeding out from 10 gunshot wounds.
I'm sorry.
Shamay Pitt did not think she would survive it.
Right here, I have a bullet wound.
She says on November 2nd, in a fit of rage, her ex-boyfriend Joshua Woodruff shot her 10 times.
I see the inside of me on the outside.
Pitt tells me she agreed to meet with her ex to talk. She says that conversation turned violent and there was a struggle inside of her car.
He steps back, he steps forward, and he starts shooting me. My ears are ringing, but I come into realization that he's shooting at me.
Pitt says Woodruff then drove her from Snapfinger Road in DeKalb County to Douglasville. At one point, she says she heard Woodruff make 2 phone calls.
Basically asked him what to do with my body. I'm scared. I asked him, can I just write a letter to my son?
Pitt says Woodruff eventually abandoned her at a hospital while paramedics rushed her to another hospital in critical condition. Security detained Woodruff. Police charged the 25-year-old with aggravated assault and false imprisonment. Pitt's mother says she wants the charges upgraded.
He needs to be charged for bringing over county lines. He needs to be federally charged for having an automatic switch, which is a federal offense.
A few days ago, the Fulton County DA said Atlanta is under a domestic violence epidemic with nearly 1,000 2,000 felony cases pending. Pitt says she hopes more people in an abusive relationship will get out before it's too late.
You see that red flag, run away.
And Woodruff is due in court tomorrow. As for Pitt's hospital bills, they are extensive. Her friends and family, they are holding a fundraiser for her on December 2nd. There's also a GoFundMe page to help with some of those expenses. Though that link to the GoFundMe page can be found on our website. That's WSBTV.com. And we are live tonight here in DeKalb County. I'm Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Audrey, to survive that and to have the strength to talk about it in the hopes of helping other people, just amazing bravery. Thank you.
This is the kind of story Unseen True Crime Stories is dedicated to sharing, not just for entertainment, but for vital, grim lessons. If this story stirred something in you, if it made you think, then you know you need to be here for the next one. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and if you're still scrolling past without joining, I have to ask, what truth are you afraid to face? What essential understanding are you willing to miss out on? Tell us in the comments. We'll be here, continuing to shed light on the shadows, because sometimes understanding the darkness is the only way to find the light. Thank you for watching.